Hi guys, this video is for anyone using OBS for their sports leagues and you want to take your league next level. This is how I prepare. So tomorrow is game day and I haven't built out, I usually do about 8 games, I believe it is, and I haven't built them out yet, and I want to get that done today. And here I want to give you my thought process and help you guys out. Okay, so to take your league next level, stream it, do play-by-play, graphics. I even carry my TV into the lobby and then put the live stream right up in the lobby. But that's not the purpose of this video. This video is how I prepare the day before. And I want to focus in on the commercials and timeouts and end of quarter, those things. So here's what I do. I want you to look down here. All right, so I got instant replay. That's just a dummy file that I have in there. Here's your main screen. So I want you guys to create a main, and that's going to have your teams that are playing. So type all that out. So we're going to do one game here. So now, when you're starting this, after each week, I have to come up here to scene collection. See all these scenes here? This is the bulk of everything that you're going to be changing. All right, these are all the games. We want to build these out and make it as easy as possible to duplicate. So what I am working on right now, this scene is called week, I don't know if you can see this, 8 a.m. week 5. So this is, you start with the very first game. So the 8 a.m. is the first game. I'm going to delete all the others. All right, so you want to delete everything else. So, because you're not going to need it. We are going to be duplicating the very first one. We're going to build it and duplicate it. So what I would do here is I would launch this scene, cancel any nonsense, and then come up here, and we're going to delete. Remove. All right, see the one that has the check mark? We're deleting, we're removing that scene. So now when we come up here, and an OBS is automatically going to take you to the next scene. So it's loaded the next one. See the check mark? Now, this one is going to be my sample for week 5. You're going to build a sample, and then you're going to duplicate it for all the rest of the games. Why? Why do I do this? Because I'm changing commercials. All right? So, for example, this Kobe commercial here, where he's ignoring Chris Rock. Oh, it's not on here. So if I go to the scene that I'm working on, all right, this is my sample. The 8 a.m. is the first game. I got new commercials in here. All right, this is a Kobe ignoring Chris Rock commercial. It's only a 10-second clip from my phone. But you just saw on the last scene, now notice this, that it says right here in blue, Kobe ignores Chris Rock, right? All right, you want to see him do it? There, he's not paying attention to Chris Rock. Now, if we go to any other game from last week, notice that this is all week 4. This is the previous week. What we're going to do is go into each one of these. If I scroll down here, you're not going to see Kobe ignoring Chris Rock. This is a last week. These are the commercials from last week. So I want to remove anything from last week and get it out of here. All right, I'm going to keep doing that until there's 0 left except this one. This is my sample. All right, are you following along what I'm talking about here? I want you to get this idea. Each week, you're going to feed off of one sample that you build up, put all the new commercials in, type up all the game, the team and the name and who's playing who, and then you're going to duplicate. Look at all the commercials I have. All right, so these are all timeouts. See how it says timeout? So during a timeout, I'll pick any one of these and just click on it. So this is a scene from years ago. So there's another thing you could do. If you have old footage, it's beautiful. leagues love history. Leagues grow with history. So this is one of the greatest plays in this league ever. This boy here fakes out like 4 or 5 kids, you know, and I used this during one of the timeouts to show everybody else what went on in the previous history. All right, but now that's last week I ran this during the timeouts. I'm still on my sample that I'm building. I want to change this, so let's do one. Okay, so this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. Double click here, and I'm going to go find another one to run for week 5. So I got all these samples. So let me pick this one down here. This was a great play from a championship game a few years ago. I load it, and there it is. All right, I want to change the name of it, and we're just going to call it, you know, just for this example, great play. All right, you know, I'm going to clean that up and make it better, but just to keep this video going. All right. So you can see me edit here. See what I'm doing? All right. Now that's just a rough. But change the name here. Rename. I'm going to rename this. And just for simplicity's sake, great play. Now, I'm going to do this. So now, instead of seeing that other play where the boy was faking out everybody, now I have a new timeout commercial. If I click on another one and then click back, there's my new commercial. All right, so that's during timeouts. That is for week 5, which is tomorrow. You see the process. We're building all the new commercials out. Now, once I have all these filled out, when I have, you know, I like to play different stuff during all the commercials. When all these are filled out and I'm all ready to go, so you want to have your halftime file, end of the first quarter commercial, pregame loop. I could fix this right now in front of you. Let's go to the 8 a.m. game. Notice that said week 4. Notice that this is on the week 4 folder. I want to go to the week 5 folder. Into the thumbs. Or actually, no, to the loop videos. Let's go to the 8 a.m. loop. And load it. And it loops. All right, so there's the very first game tomorrow. Week 5. Notice where I've loaded this into the pregame loop scene. So when I connect, when I come up to manage tomorrow morning, when I get there and I'm all set connected, I am going into manage. The first thing I'm going to do is go here, here, and now here's my 4 games that I'm doing tomorrow. These are all on YouTube. This is directly connected with YouTube. These are scheduled events in YouTube. If you don't believe me, you can highlight one. And they got a nice open in YouTube. If I click it, it will take me directly to YouTube. All right. And if we're in the live section, and the very first game, there's our thumb. There's the 8 a.m. game. All right, so I want you to see that. I want you to understand what's going on here. So there, and then once I hit this button, when I click this, it will be live. It will be live, and it's going to play whatever's in this window. So we want to start tomorrow morning when I set up. I'm going to highlight my pregame loop. I know you can't hear it, but look, there's music playing. And here's tomorrow's game. I want you to do this for your league. You got to do this for every game, even if you're doing it for one game. All right, look what's on here. The week, the time, the record, pictures of the coaches' faces. Guys, on this channel, I'm going to teach you how to do all this. I just want you right now to start thinking of growing your league, taking it next level. You will see that people will react. You will see more and more kids will play in your league. All right, this league, I've been doing this for 7 years, and they're the #1 upward organization around the world. We have the most players ever. You think that's by coincidence in a little town in Lancaster? No, the kids love. People told me that kids were driving from New York to play in this league here in Pennsylvania, because they wanted to be on this. Highlight reels, instant replay. We got kids coming from all over. This can be your league here. So anyway, the purpose of this video, pre-game loop. All right, we're going to do one commercial, which we already did. We went, have your timeouts. So what do I got here? I don't know, 6. I got 6 timeouts. I have an end of the third quarter commercial. I have an end of the first quarter commercial. And use the history of the league. If you have old footage, people love to go back in time and see things. You're going to have a pre-game loop. Also standings. So if you're talking, you can click on standings, talk about the standings. You're going to have instant replay, which that's just a dummy holder for now because there are no games going on. And then your main screen. This is where the main video feed will be when I connect the camera. All right, guys. So, and then now the point of this video, build all these out, put all the new commercials in. That's from last week. So you see, I'm not done yet. This is a new one. This new commercial, like we said, is not going to be on this list. This is last week. Delete, before you're going to start the next week, you got to go into the last week and you must remove this. Get it out of here. Why? I hope you understand why I am removing all these. I don't need these. All I need is my one down here is my sample for this week. Week 5. When I build that sample, then I will come up to here and I will duplicate the 8 a.m. and I'll change the name to 9 a.m. But guess what? All the commercials will be there. All my new commercials will be there when I rename it. And when I duplicate and rename, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., all 7 commercials, all 10, this is going to get duplicated, everything you see here. So when I put in all these new commercials for week 5, they're all going to get duplicated, and I don't have to go into each and every week. Before I learned how to do this, I went into each game, and right before the game started, I typed all this out, and then I found out the beauty of duplicating, and it saved me so much time. So again, we go in here, and we're getting rid of it. We want it gone. Notice that the list is shrinking. As I delete these, week 4 games are disappearing. And we do this until we get all the way down to just this one's left. That's all we want. When that's left, and I've put all the commercials in, then I'll start duplicating that one. And we'll fill this list out. And then you're set. All right? Because then when you go into the next game from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., this will be the very first step. I'll click on the 9 a.m. game. Of course, it won't yell at me when I'm all ready to go and have everything loaded. And then you can pre-type out the score of the teams that are playing for the 9 a.m. and then all the new commercials will be loaded there. You getting that idea, guys? If you have any questions, comments, please, guys, take your league to the next level. Your work, if you're streaming live on YouTube, it's going to stay up there for years and years and years. So put the time in. Look, this is back in 2020. Okay? 2020. And because I did that, I was filming back then for this league. This boy, who is now you know, the starting center, I believe, for this high school in the varsity year. This moment in time is captured. You know, if I didn't do what I do, they wouldn't have this and many, many more moments. All right, guys, so take the time. Learn how to do this. I'll be glad to help you any step of the way, anything I can do to help you guys. Please stream with purpose.